After a lifetime in the spotlight, Brooke Shields' new book, Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Get Old, out January 14, is her most provocative yet. At 59, the star is remarkably candid about everything from sex to motherhood to claiming agency over her body, including at the doctor's office. She writes about an irregular pap smear that led to a cone biopsy, a procedure to remove abnormal tissue from the cervix. The precancerous cells were removed, but it was only years later that she learned from a female doctor that the aggressive biopsy would make it difficult to conceive due to the scar tissue left behind. That was only the precursor to another medical procedure she underwent that carried unexpected consequences. Below, read an exclusive excerpt shared with PU from the chapter titled No Longer the Punching Bag, a plea for self-advocacy, about the moment she discovered a medical procedure she didn't consent to. About 8 years after I had both my girls, I found myself in another, and in retrospect, much more egregious, situation where it felt like my medical care was taken out of my hands. I was at an appointment with my gynecologist, and after my exam, she asked if I ever felt discomfort because of my labia. Only in tight jeans and spin classes and every romantic moment ever, I said. I do apologize if this is too graphic or simply TMI, as some generations still call it. I'd be lying if I said I'm not embarrassed to share this very intimate information. But if we are to change the way we approach and talk about women's health, then we need to bring up the uncomfortable but very real issues. Shame is no longer an option. My labia, you've got to admit this is a funny word, had been an issue for me since I was in high school, and one I've been ashamed of forever. My best friend Lisa had the same situation, and at least together we could laugh about it. It's like you're in a boxing gym and you have two little speed bags between your legs, we joke. It hurt and it was in the way, and when I told my gynecologist as much, she said it was very common and that I was surely a candidate for a labial reduction procedure. Technically, it would be considered a cosmetic procedure. Even that still pisses me off because we're talking about pain, but it was one that would significantly decrease my discomfort. Why should that be reduced to a cosmetic choice, as if I wanted a more photogenic labia so I could be in adult films, nothing against those in the profession. It also meant that, like many other important procedures for women, it would not be covered by insurance. In any case, my doctor made me feel less ashamed and relieved that there was a solution. She recommended a doctor in lay. I had one consultation with this, yes, male, doctor and wondered why I hadn't heard about this surgery earlier, years of discomfort potentially fixed. I went in to have the procedure. When it was over, the doctor gave me the rundown of how it went. I was very detailed, he said, to my relief and excitement. And then, I was in there for 4 hours, and you know what I did. I tightened you up a little bit, gave you a little rejuvenation. Wait, what? I was shocked, speechless. I can't remember how I responded or even if I said anything. Was I supposed to say thank you? After 2 kids, everything is looser, he said. But I had C-sections and a scarred, more restricted cervix, I responded. Still, he said, staring as if waiting for some further reaction from the lady whose feet were glamorously in the metal stirrups. He acted as if he'd done me a favor, and that I should, in fact, be grateful. There was a real, I threw this in for free little lady vibe to his delivery. But I had never asked to be tightened or rejuvenated. Translation, give me a younger Vagina. I felt numb. I was horrified, but also at a loss. I didn't want to sue this man, or maybe I did want to, but I didn't feel I could, because I didn't particularly want talk of my lady parts. Once again, on the front page of every paper, this man surgically altered my body without my consent, and he thought he had done me a favor by throwing in a bonus procedure. The sheer gall of it enraged me. The fact that the most intimate parts of my body had been a public focal point for so long, it was enough already. All I could think was, why can't everybody just leave my vagina alone? Even now, as I write this, I know this will be the bit that makes headlines. Whatever. Women deserve all the information.